as I say, I'm just running on the AA cells inside it at the moment. Back to you.
Okay, right, fair enough, that's fine. I can hear you a lot better now. I'll put the frequency down to where you are, but very good morning to you. You're 20 over 9 for your low power, and very good morning to you from the Cotswolds, and I'm very surprised you're on battery power and portable as well. You're doing well this morning, that's for sure. You're absolutely blowing smoke in this direction, Trevor. Mexico Zero, Tango Delta Zulu portable, got 1 November Oscar X-ray, over.
G1NOXM0TDZ portable. Yeah, it's quite amazing actually. I'm using an NFED, high NFED wire, which is effectively supposed to be a 20, 15 and 10 resonance antenna. It's very, very good, and will treat pretty much everything. But I'm very, very surprised to be putting on a signal, to be honest, on a relatively short piece of wire. So, hey, there we go. I was trying some stations on 20 last night, running off the mains with a bit more power, and getting nowhere. So really nice to be hearing this. You can see it for a few days, having a little break, seeing the sights, and having a bit of a walk around, staying in a shepherd's hut on the side of as I say, I had to go to the local village called Bristol to buy some strings to get my area up the trees. But anyway, glad it's working. Golf 1 November Oscar X, I think I've got that right. M0 TDZ portable.
Okay, Trevor, M0 TDZ portable G1NOX, yeah, okay. Well, it's doing extremely well. I just had, excuse me, I just had a G4 Charlie Yankee mobile on about 40 watts called me, and lo and behold, conditions changed and he dropped into the noise. That would have been interesting, running 40 watts mobile, but unfortunately he dropped into the noise. But that's the nature of the beast with this band, Trevor, but you're doing extremely well, and nice to hear you this morning, and working for the first time, and doing extremely well on low power. Mexico Zero, Tango Delta Zulu portable, got 1 November Oscar X-ray, over.
G1NOXM0. Yeah, I've turned the preamp up on this, and you're 5.8, that's 5.8 or 5.9 with me, no problem at all. Interesting to actually see how long the batteries end up lasting on this. I don't think I charged it before I came out. But you're going to be working 40 mobile in the Land Rover. I've got an Icon 7000 in that, and a screwdriver antenna. Again, you think that would be pretty poor for 40, but every now and then on the way back to work, I managed to work Croatia or Spain or somewhere like that. Just all depends on the conditions usually they're all very, very fickle, and we just take our chances as and when we can. But yeah, that's great. We're making a good signal up over here. What's your working conditions? What antenna are you using from M0 TDZ?
Okay, brilliant. Well, okay, I'm working from the Land Rover. That's brilliant, but I'm running a FTDX 1200 from Yaesu, and an old MD1, which underneath the 1200, I have an FT1, which I've had for many years, and I've stolen the MD1 off there and put it on the 1200. It's working extremely well. I've got a wire up about 20 feet, and I'm 300 feet above sea level. Take off in most directions pretty good, and I've certainly got no complaints. So there you are, Trevor. It's all working well this morning, but I've got 100 watts on the big mouth, and you're running such low power. You put me to shame, but then again, I've done that in the past, and long story, I worked 10 watts on a Superstar and a silver rod into Queensland in Australia many years ago on the Charlie Bravo, so I'm called the Yob with the Gob. So that suits me, and it seems to have stuck. So there you are. M0 TDZ in the Cotswolds. Got 1 November Oscar X-ray Kent, over.
Yeah, Roger Bell. I mean, it's very unusual to find me working in the QRP, I'm afraid. The home setup is a 3-element step IR and an Expert 1.3, which gets effectively used whenever I'm a 3X chaser. So yeah, it's quite unusual for me to be sitting there trying to work things without loads of power going out. So yes, funny. I mean, I had some I've only been licensed for a couple of years, so on my own school, running low power, 10 or around that sort of power anyway, nothing stupid. Made some really good contact with, I had a Gap Titan, the vertical dipole set up, which worked very, very well, and I had my first DX contact into Australia on that. But the weirdest experience I had talking about CB was we went up to Morocco, and actually it was to a station in Kent, funnily enough. It must be about 10 years ago. An FM CD in the car. I took a international multi-mode with me as well, actually, but we were talking within the convoy on the legal channel. It's very difficult to actually hit the front of the convoy when we were in these Land Rovers, probably about 20 or 30 cars with us. Batteries low, anyway, I managed to work back to Dartford in Kent on 5 watts FM from Morocco and the Land Rover. Anyway, I think the battery's going to conk out in a minute. It's flashing suddenly. Golf 1 November after X-ray.
Okay, Trevor, M0TDZ, stroke portable G1NOH. Okay, thanks for the call this morning, very interesting, and we'll see who else is on the band. I'll bid you a very good morning, 7-3, pleasure's mine, and call us again if you hear us. It's all very interesting, brilliant stuff. Cheers for now, I'll leave it to you to tie the ribbons. Conditions are changing a little bit. So, who knows what the morning will bring, Trevor. Mexico Zero, Tango Delta Zulu, portable. In the Cotswolds, Golf 1 November Oscar X-ray, Ken, over.
Yeah, all complete. Now, pleasure's ours, and thanks for giving me the opportunity to work this thing on the batteries. I'll put it on charge, and we might have a bit of a go later on. 73 to you, and we shall catch you later. Have a great conversation, and look forward to speaking to you again. Maybe from the home QJ sometime. Golf 1 November Oscar X-ray. This is Mike 0 Tango Delta Zulu portable and QRP 73s. Catch you later, Mal. Bye.
Yeah, 7-3, put a solar panel on top of that vehicle. You'll be able to charge it up, and that'll be interesting as well. Cheers, Trevor. Very good day, over.
Yeah, cheers. Bye-bye for now.
Yeah, CQ on 40, CQ 40, CQ on 40 metres. Golf 1 November Oscar X-ray, George 1 November Oscar X-ray, calling 40. CQ 40, CQ on 40 metres. Golf 1 November Oscar X-ray. George 1 November Oscar X-ray, calling 40, CQ on 40.
CQ 40 metres, Golf 1 November Oscar X-ray, George 1 November Oscar X-ray, calling 40. CQ 140, CQ 40, CQ 140 metres, Golf 1 November Oscar X-ray, George 1 November Oscar X-ray, calling 40, CQ 140, CQ 40 metres, Golf 1 November Oscar X-ray, George 1 November Oscar X-ray, calling 40. CQ 140, CQ 40, CQ 140 metres, Golf 1 November Oscar X-ray, George 1 November Oscar X-ray, calling 40, CQ 140, CQ 40 metres, Golf 1 November Oscar X-ray, George 1 November Oscar X-ray, calling 40. CQ 140, CQ 40, CQ 140 metres, Golf 1 November Oscar X-ray, George 1 November Oscar X-ray, calling 40, CQ 140, CQ 40 metres, Golf 1 November Oscar X-ray, George 1 November Oscar X-ray, calling 40. CQ 40, CQ140, CQ40 meters, Golf 1 November Oscar X-ray, George 1 November Oscar X-ray, calling 40, CQ140, CQ40 meters, Golf 1 November Oscar X-ray, George 1 November Oscar X-ray, calling 40.
UG, G6INU. Okay, Arthur, well, 10 years. I'm just going to say 80. I'm 75 at the end of the year, Arthur. So I know I kind of know the feeling, Arthur. To be honest, like I never thought. You never think you're getting old, if you know what I mean. You just sort of plod on, and you think you can do the same things, but in the end, you can't, can you? That's the problem. But you just got to keep going. Yeah, I do. I've never been there, Arthur, but I've seen 2 or 3 documentaries on that lifting gear. I'll tell you who done it. You know Timothy. Banana Scales and Timothy West. Yeah, Timothy West. They had the canal journeys, because they had canal fiends, and they done one of their trips, and they did actually go on to that lift. But I've seen other. I think they done it. I think they done it on Country File as well. I believe, if I can remember rightly, Arthur, as well. I know it's been on the television, at least 2 or 3 times or more. In it's a wonderful bit of engineering, Arthur, isn't it? Wonderful bit of engineering. So yeah, I'm sure you'll enjoy that. It really is a wonderful bit of kit, isn't it? Considering when it was designed. I mean, they were very, very clever, weren't they? I mean, they didn't have the sort of technology to work out all the loads like they have nowadays, Arthur. G0AUG, G6INU, good, Arthur?
Yeah, fine, Doug. Yeah, it was designed, or it was built by a firm in Derbyshire, close to where I was actually born, Butterley Company. They were just about 2 mile away from where I was born, so it has a lot of interest. And I want to go and see it before it gets too late. I still enjoy me driving. I don't, and riding the bike. I raced last week a couple of times. I've not been this week. I really must get the bike out and have another ride. But I am working again, at the moment, and enjoying it too. I've got a job to do this morning. I'm going to fetch the big tractor with the transport box. It's got a split in it, and I'm taking it to be repaired. I don't know what they're going to do, whether it's just welding or bracing or what, but it's a big box. It holds about 2,500 weight of stone when I cart it. I usually do that job. So I'm going to go and see if I can get that repaired. So that's my next job, Doug, so I'm not going to stay long. When I heard you, I thought, well, I'm going to wait for the opportunity to pop in and say hello. And that's what I've done. I'm on the 5,000, by the way, and the usual antenna, the 560-foot loop. Nothing's changed at this end. It seems to be working fine. I do need to repair my quad. I've got a 4-element cubical quad, and there's one of the wires that's broke. But I'm waiting on my grandson coming to repair it. He's a dab hand at threading the wires. You have to stand on top of steps and lean over, and he seems to have no fear at all. So I'll wait his presence. Okay, Doug, I'm going to make this my last, if you don't mind. I'm sorry it's so short, but I couldn't resist saying hello to you and wishing both yourself and Josie well. Back to you for a possible final. G6INU, this is G0 Alpha Uniform Golf.
Yeah, G0 Alpha Uniform Golf, G6INU, 15 dB over on that one, Arthur. Yeah, fine on working again, Arthur. Yeah, I mean, it gives you sort of a purpose and an interest, doesn't it, Arthur, if you know what I mean? And it sort of gives you an interest to get up in the morning. You've got your plan, what you want to do for the day and things like that. It keeps your mind alive as well, doesn't it? So that's the main thing. So good on you there. And okay, fine on the trailer, etc. You've got to get that fixed, and yeah, I'm sure they'll probably brace it up with some steel or something there for you, Arthur, and make it serviceable for you there. Okay, Arthur, no problem. Joe's is okay, no problem at all. I'm running the ICOM 7300 at the moment, 100 watts of the ZS6BKW, Arthur, so that's the setup. But yeah, lovely to hear you. I really mean that, and keep up the good work. That's the main thing, Arthur, isn't it? Keep the old interest going, use the young'uns to don't overwork yourself. Use the young'uns to do the bit you don't want to do there, Arthur. G0AUG G6RU. Over to you, Arthur.
Yeah, okay, Doug. All the very best, and yeah, it's. I do, any heavy lifting, I usually delegate, let's put it that way, and I do the other things. But I do like to think I'm needed. It's great. It does keep you going. You're so right, Doug. Okay, 7-3s, all the very best, and look forward to the next one. Hopefully the 40 will come in a little bit better in the next few months. 7-3.
Okay, yeah. Did you see that on the television, Arthur? The chap who was 95, he worked at Sainsbury's, didn't he? And he's decided he might retire, but I think he was still unsure, Arthur. Go ahead.
No, I didn't see that, but I'm still planning on going to the Isle of Man on my bike when I'm, in another 10 years' time, go.
Oh, but yeah, you're a brave man, braver man than me, Arthur. Anyway, all the best, Arthur, and best of luck there. Yeah, we'll catch you later, Arthur. G0AUG, G6R. Look after yourself, and yeah, don't strain yourself. That's the main thing. Cheers, Arthur.
Yeah, ta-da, Doug.
Yeah, G6R, you're just listening. Yeah, G4UCT. Hello there, Alan. A long time no hear, but just been the propagation there. Nice to hear you, Alan. How are you? It's been a little bit drizzle overnight, Alan, and it's a bit, it is very dull this morning. And it's almost like it's warm. It's very warm. It's about 20 degrees. It's like a sort of an autumn day, really, here at the moment. G4UCT, G6INU. Go ahead, Alan. UCT, G69, you returning. Okay, Alan, you're fine on everything. Yeah, you're fine on just about a month ago, yeah. It certainly does make you feel at Junction 5 and go to a pub called the Robin Hood, I think it was. We used to get a meal just to break a journey up. The wife and I used to regularly travel to Poole, where we had a small boat, and I think Junction 5 of the M5 was about halfway, so it's a good place to break the journey and go out of the meal. And it was only just off the motorway, of course. So very fine. Anyway, that setup of yours is working very well indeed. I like my 5RV here. It gets me all the bands from 10 through to 80 meters. It's not much use on 160. But it does the job, so I'm quite pleased. I'm about to put something up for top band. I've got the halyard in place, I just need to get the wire. So there we go. Anyway, Barry, excellent signal. Really booming in, so I don't know, I think you said you might be wanting to go and get some more reports, but here, at the moment, fantastic. G4HPD, G3WRI.
Yes, G4HPD, and I didn't mention the equipment I'm using though. It's old stuff. You might be able to tell it's old stuff, because I've probably drifted by now. I'm using a Kenwood TX520 SE, the one with the tubes in the PA, and heat kit. SB200, 400 watts, out to the low dipole, which is on an interesting high-tech mast, which consists of a length of holly tree wood, to which is gaffer taped a telescopic fishing rod. That is terminated by a bog standard Commodore Garden house electrical circular jointing box where the antenna legs are directly soldered to the RG213, and the whole is bound up with self-amalgamating tape, and the feeder is cable tied to the mast. dare I call it that, which looks like a dog's hind leg, by the way, being a natural piece of wood. And that's all I've got at the moment. I've got plans to install an end fed, but I'm still working on the best matching method. I don't know whether to use a ferrite or broadband sort of approach, or go for a tuned resonant, a tuned transformer and air spaced as well in a big box. So I'm working on that. Be a nice comparison when I get it, because I can look at an end fed as against a dipole. But of course, the problem with end feds is the high impedance, and if you're not careful, you can get RF back down the cable. But there are various ways around that. But it's nice to know it's all working anyway, and it sounds okay. I'm impressed with your IC756. It has a sound quality similar to the IC7300, which I do think has very nice sound. You've got a nice density to your audio, which I like, and a natural warmth as well, but it's still clear on the top end. There's enough bite in it, to make it clear. So I like that kind of audio. I don't like this audio that I hear so often, which is very, very thin, and screechy. Neither do I like the audio when it's like, the voodoo audio where it's going woo woo. I think you know what I mean, Paul. G3WRI, G4HPD.
Yeah, G4HPD, G3WRI returning. Yeah, very fine. Well, I just clicked onto your QRZ.com page. Very interesting indeed. Very nice garden and a very nice lawn. And the SB320, I think it is, isn't it? Your Heathkit linear there. It's cracking. Your operating position looks simple but effective, if you know what I mean. You haven't got tons of meters around the place, and it looks very stylish. And I like the wood up on the speaker, and I think also on the mic stand. Very good indeed, matching the desktop and even the chair arms. So, yeah, smashing. I'm not really a chance to read a great deal. I know we've worked before, because I know your photograph there in the top right-hand corner of the screen. The bike, the motorcycle. I hadn't noticed that before. I'm trying to think what that is. I may have to suddenly kill the transmit key here. I'm going to sneeze. I have sneezed. That motorcycle. Very interesting indeed. Good photograph, that. I just had a shout, actually. I got some coffee here, so I'm going to go and take a drink of that, and I'm going to go and check my emails, Barry. But it's been very nice indeed talking to you. Super signal, really very, very nice indeed. And it's nice to see that Heathkit linear amplifier. I had some Heathkit DX40 when I was first licensed. It was a kit type thing with, I think, a single 6146. But as I got to look at other people's equipment, I came to the conclusion Heathkit was pretty good, really. But anyway, I think it's faded away now. I don't think there's any remains of it. Okay, by the way, on the Icon 7300. Yeah, we've got a 7300 standing on top of the 756. The standby radio. So there we go. Yeah, we go. And I just tend to stick to the 756 per 3 because it's it was the main tip, and it still is in a way. But the 7300 was just such good value for money when it came out. I had to have one, and I think it's remarkable SDR, of course. Very nice piece of kit indeed. I've also got a 7100 for mobile work as well. Anyway, get off, Barry. Thank you very much indeed for a very nice contact. And before you go, just tell us about that motorcycle. I keep thinking of a Bantam, but it's not a BSA Bantam, is it? It can't be. It looks too swish. G4HPD, G3WRI, Paul Linkendall signing. Wishing you a very pleasant good morning and listening very carefully to your final. Thanks very much indeed, Barry.
Yes, Paul, lovely to talk to you again. I think we have talked in the past. And the motorbike is a Royal Enfield Bullet. Royal Enfield Bullet, 500cc, single cylinder. Makes a lovely noise, Paul. Makes a boom, 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 boom noise. And it's a mixture of Indian, because they still make them in India. Not that model there, because that's got what they call the iron cylinder. They've altered the engine now, but that design is basically the same as the British bike of the 1950s. But it's actually got some original British parts on it as well. So it's a mixture of more recent Indian manufacture and old British bike stuff. But it's languishing in the garage at the moment, and I polish it up and run it every now and again. Yeah, you mentioned the DX40U. That reminds me of when I was a shortwave listener in the mid-1960s, and I remember all those AM sets. There was a DX40U, the DX100U, the KW Vanguard, KW Victor, I think it was. There was the Lab Gear LG300, the Army Surplus TCS-12, Collins TCS-12, because I used to like to listen to Top Band at that time, where there were many, many local AM stations. But I think you said, Paul, that you were putting up an antenna for Top Band, and before you go, tell me if that's right, because it'd be lovely, wouldn't it, to get Top Band working properly again. But I never hear anyone on it here in Worcester. Never hear a thing, Paul. Anyway, thanks for the curacao. Very much appreciated. You're a beautiful signal into Worcester today. All the best. G3WRI, this is G4HPD, off and clear. Bye-bye.
Yes, I'm Barry. Well, thank you very much indeed for a very nice contact. And, yes, Top Band. Well, I listen sometimes on 1933, 1.933. There's a sked seems to go on most evenings with a number of stations who I think have been operating around that frequency for quite a few years. But during the day, I don't hear anything on Top Band. And like yourself, I remember the days of the Kodar AT5 and the homebrew rigs. I must have built about 3 transmitters, I think, for Top Band and 80 meters in the early days. And yes, I remember those, the KW Vanguard was it? Viceroy. And the KW2000, wasn't it, the transceiver? I had a KW Vespa transmitter. That was another one I had. But yes, lots of gear going back, and remember the old R107s, the HROs, the ex-government stuff. Yeah. They were good times. There were some very good signals on 160 meters with very nice AM. And absolutely. I remember those Geloso VFOs were plumbed into transmitters, and I'm trying to think of the crystal microphone, the ACOS crystal mic, I can't remember now. But yeah, they were good days, lots of fun. Anyway, yes, it would be a good idea. So it would be a good idea to see if we can make contact on 160 meters. But it'll take me about a week. It won't take. It'd take me probably about 4 or 5 hours to do it, but it'll be spread over about a week. So I would say maybe in a week or two, you might hear me on 160 just having a plod round. But the thing about it is, once you're used to these regular SCED frequencies and to the stations, you don't get a lot of new stuff on top band other than going down to that DX window where you can hear them sometimes on an SSB, and sometimes you go lower into the CW band, and I've heard the Victor Echoes and Victor Oscars W stations coming through on 160, but of course not too strong. Anyway, many thanks, Barry, and look forward very much to the next contact. And fine on the Royal Enfield, by the way, super stuff. G4HPD, G3WRI shining. I'm wishing you a very pleasant good morning. Thanks for a very nice QSO. Bye-bye, Barry.
Yes, thanks, Paul. I remember the ACOS crystal mic, and I remember the top band transmitter in Camcummy, otherwise known as Tactical Wireless. I bet you remember that, do you? The shortwave magazine with Lord Cable at the time. And we all made those transmitters. I remember I made one with a 5763 on the PA or something like that. All the best, Paul. Things are sorted to you, and hope I'll see you again. G4HPDA.
Yeah, cheers, Barry. Don't forget the 636s. Several GT were, but they were smaller American version of those battles. 6V66 L6s. Yeah, 5763 I used as well. Yes. Good times. Take care. Look forward very much to the next one. G4HPD. G3WRI clear. Bye-bye, Barry.
Cheers, Paul. G4HPD is just listening on the frequency. I can hear someone low down in the noise. Sadly, the signal's very weak with me. Try again, please. G4 Tango Charlie X-ray, is that correct? Okay, you've got you, but you're very weak in the noise. I'll give you a report about up and down as usual. I'll give you a report on the next over when I can listen a bit more. My name is Barry, and I'm near to the city of Worcester, in a small village about 4 miles north of Worcester. And I think I can get you, but this old Kenwood PS520 not as sensitive as it used to be. G4TCX, G4HPD. yeah. G4HPD. Sorry about that. There was a chap on an adjacent channel was battering over you just to make things work. But I didn't get the name. Could you give me the name again, please? Okay, I got you, Dave. What's the QTH? Probably ground wave, isn't it? You're too close, aren't you, actually? Big north. What part of Big North, Dave? I missed that. They've got you got. Are you north of Big North or south of Big North? Gotcha. Right. You're not actually close to the Discone. I think I know where you are now. It's one of those funny locations. I've been on that looked around that station in Bridgenorth, so I've never actually been up on it. To come up and strength a little bit now, Dave, you're 5 and 7 with me. But the working conditions here, I'm using a Kenwood short pipe and SB200 linear. I'm using 400 watts to a low dipole. Dipole sits 5 metres off the ground in the form of an inverted V. So I'm running quite a bit of power, which will probably make a difference. But WX has been the same as down here. It's been cloudy and rainy all night and most of the morning. So I wonder what your working conditions are, Dave. G4TCS, G4HPD. My antennas run over the fence here, and what they do is run into the top of the hedgerow. It's not super efficient, but it seems to work. But I thought with the ground wave, I'll tell you what, the short beams typically, you pitch at 5 and 9 on the left over, you pitch at 5 and 9, and then went down to an S5. So it's skip, but short skip, it must be. Whenever I listen on ground wave, it's consistent. So ST1000 NT, yeah, and the Jensen too. I like to play on 110s as well, Dave. I'm thinking of trying an end in the near future. But this antenna I'm using right now is straight out the back of the ST2, straight into the dipole leg, directly connected, with an earth point, 1/8 wave down the power. Protection, but I think it has an effect on the radio conditions. Anyway, back to you.
Avec grand plaisir, ici la Seine-Maritime, le département 76, marque le prénom F5, LPY, portable 6 Delta Sierra Bravo. Aussi.
Harry's location there, Trelawney. No, it's Hollywood, Harry, isn't it? But Trelawney, that's you, isn't Harry? Anyway, there's a couple of IP addresses there. Morning, guys, and that's about it. But not that many G stations showing up on there. Visiting conditions, great stuff. And looking at our slot on 80 meters, no, there's nobody hanging around there. So anyway, there we are. It's getting a bit. Sun's gone in now. It's hopefully it'll stay fine. But there we are. So what have I done? No, not a lot. Frankfurt is where Rick was when I worked in there, Brian. Down at the American zone anyway down there. So there we are. That's about right. Anyway, I think you'll find it Harry, so it's back up the top then, is it, to Brian? To Echo Zero, Yankee Bravo Mike from Golf Whiskey 4 Papa Uniform Charlie, over. GW4PUC. Okay, Brian, fine there. Yeah, nice to have your company this morning, mate. Thanks for joining up there. And I'm just wondering who's that teddy bear in your picture on QRZ? I've never been to North Wales, strangely enough. Welsh born and bred down south here. Never been to North Wales. It's about 3/4 the way up. Many years ago, I was fishing up one of the lakes up there in Wales. Never quite got up north. There we are. Anyway, thanks for coming up, Brian, and all the best to you, mate. You can join our net anytime. There's one signal net every morning, 16 to Saturday, around 10 o'clock. But we never turn anybody away. You get a bigger net, everything's got. Thank you again, Brian. QITV, the YBN, GW4PUC. Cheers. Very pleased, mate. Okay, Brian, M0OIC from GW4PUC. Over here, mate.
land border, 18 kilometers from Bruxelles, John. Thank you so much. Go 0 Victor November Zulu in the log. Thank you. Thank you so much. 73, good day. This is Oscar November 4, Lima Alpha November, CQ 40. Appel 40 mètres, Oscar Novembre 4, Lima Alpha Novembre. Thank you. Oscar November 4, Lima Alpha November, CQ.
Foxtrot unité, Sierra, Italie, uniforme portable.
Ah, F1, SDU portable, bonjour. Bonnes vacances, hein, je sais pas, hein, si vous êtes en vacances. Hein. C'est 58, hein, 58, mais vous êtes dans le log, on s'est déjà contacté, il me semble. Prénom, question, en Belgique, bien sûr. Hein.
Ok, Oscar Novembre 4, Lima Alpha Novembre, bien. Tout à fait QSL. Oui, je pense qu'on s'est déjà contacté, hein, si c'est pas inconnu.